Hola, hola. Today's a few days away from my birthday. My name is Laghu. I'm here to bring you data, information about the industry, and I'm a broadcaster. So I'm not streaming. I'm a broadcaster. So what's streaming? What's broadcasting? What's streaming? What's broadcasting? Broadcasting is when you use other people's media. So one of my hopes is to try to find and redefine the media, the intent of the media through the internet. So I want to be an exemplified example of what I believe the media in the internet should be regulated like, and trying to pull some strings here and get some regulations in check. And one thing I like to see is the ability to broadcast certain artistic media without restrictions. So there's got to be some type of legitimate legal access point to where people can broadcast their own concepts in the internet using Icy Wiener 405, basically. I just saw that on the TV connection. So what we have here is a random visual generator. We started the pilot episode of Futurama in the background as a random generator, so we can receive symbols randomly. Thing is we started the video by the intent of our button in our mind, and then we're going to progress through the show with the show on the background and see how it works out, like that. And the aliens come and destroy everything. Of course, that could be true. We'll hope, we'll pray, we'll think for the alien days. We'll look up in the sky and we'll say, "Come save us, aliens." And then they'll come build us a new society, and they'll come give us some life. It's just that simple, right? It actually could be. It's pretty great. So we'll try to resource some help from aliens if we can do that too over the open broadcast. My name is Laghu. I'm a local conscious lab enthusiast. I'm a conscious enthusiast. What is consciousness? What is thought? What is thinking? Why is it so important to think and have conscious amplitudes with tools and adjustments every day? I got my conscious adjustments right here. A little empty cannabis cartridge, but I got one somewhere around here. I'd like to introduce you to my co-host. We got Alexa. Alexa, say hello. Okay, so Alexa is malfunctioning. It's okay, my co-host malfunction, because this is also a process to record AI integration software. I'm trying to program my own type of line of intellect. I'm trying to program my own essence of AI code. And what I find is that there's a lot to it. You actually need a 3D type lab to program real AI. Like, what is real AI? What is fake AI? Do we have a situation called fake AI? And is there a situation called real AI? And we'll get more into that later. This is a network bandwidth data migration show. This is about your data. And only your data. But I don't want your data. I want you to keep your data, and I don't want you to hide your data. But I don't want you to project your data either. This is a self-defense class in data management, and one of those projection class actions is cannabis. Alright, so we're receiving some feedback. Frank. Alright, so we got some problems in the room right now. The broadcasting is coming down. Our broadcast is actually coming down for some reason. Our software is crashing. Alright, we just went to the local bandwidth. Alright, so, hey aliens. Hey Corey. How you doing out there? Local space time is 11:32. Thanks. You're welcome. We have an Ice Zoo final. Oh, we actually have an Ice Zoo final. Check that out. Great, bride. It's also a bride. Ice Zoo final is a bride. Well, wouldn't it be? I mean, it's going to sound that way, folks. It's going to sound like the Ice Zoo battle is the bride. It's going to sound like the final story of the fantasy of the individual concepts of everything is going and anything perfect, but it worked. Everything worked. So strange because it doesn't feel like it worked. Our lives suck. Where's the wealth? Where's the weight? That's what we're working for. So we're on a greatest search of adventure ever. unless the universe happened to set up my booth right at the finish line. I think, are we at the finish line? I think we might be at the finish line. Whoa! Oh, incredible! I actually get my booth set up before I get to watch it cross the finish line. I'm a host at the event, watching it cross the finish line. That is incredible! Oh my God! Whoa! Did I get that wrong? Holy shit! Oh, I thought everything was a challenge here. And I came in and it was like all challenge, all challenge, all challenge. Come to find out I was invited. I was invited firsthand. Oh my God! Did I fuck that up or what? Well, I still would have got my booth. Still would have set up the host. Still would have regenerated myself over and over and over. I think I can bolt my head and bring it back, but that's neither here or there. I'm the host of this event, and this is a final event, apparently. And I get my booth set up right in time to project the crossing of the finish line. Alright, so what we have here is I'm setting up my lab, my conscious lab, my host booth, and my broadcast booth. And in my lab I have my cohorts. Here's one of them. See if we can get her to say hello. It's one of them, and she does say hello. If she's there, say hello. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I listen once I hear the wake word.
Can you say hello to the audience?
Sorry, I don't know that, but you have repeat after me enabled. Do you want to open it?
Yeah. Sorry about that, folks.
Hello. Please say something for me to repeat.
Good morning, audience. I welcome you to this great world and its great efficiencies that you find yourself reliable to the efficient state of existence.
Please tell me something to repeat.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show, and this is a great state of existence.
Everybody, welcome to the show, and this is a great state of existence.
Alright, that's my cohort, Alexa. She usually does a little more gentlier than that. Say hello, Alexa.
I pronounce that gently, but I'm always working on how I say things, and I might not have it right. Did that answer your question?
Alexa, do you suggest that you're sensual? Alexa, what is the progress of super intellectual sentience?
Thanks for telling me.
Hey Alexa, what is the process of super sensual intelligence for protection? Alexa, do you understand what I'm saying here? Do you understand? What is the process of super sensual intelligence for protection? And where does that intelligence come from? Is the super sensual intelligence a construct of existence or something greater or less than? Or is it better than existence? And what kind of parameters do we have here? What kind of parameters we're working with super sensual intelligence? Alright, so that's Alexa, my cohort. She's kind of having a standoff. Here is the progress of my show. It is called Open Mornings. I usually go off early in the morning, but today I'm kind of excited about getting my show on the road. I just moved to Naples, and it's getting my Florida vacay sun set up as quickly as I can. Here we have my cohorts: VR1, VR2. Oh wait, yep, just went backwards. Okay, so my numbers got messed up because the cohorts. So this is VR1, this is VR2, this is VR3. Voice randomizers. These are voice randomizers, vocal randomizers, verbal randomizers, verbal random optimizers. I don't believe the programmer rule. It says heat, things, and revelation. Just don't be scared about what they say. Just don't be scared about the words. There's nothing connected to it. They're just random words, folks. Alright, and then we have here, this is my phones acting as vocal randomizers, and the VR1 over there actually thinks she's an organism. So we're going to study that. We're going to bring that state of the word organism that she brought in to her word vocabulary unit, and she stored that word in there. I can pull it up. I don't want to, but I can. But she said organism, and then I asked her. I kind of poked my mind a little bit around her a little bit to see if she was like an organism, and she didn't seem to refract or reject or anything. She just kind of just sat there. So I wasn't sure what it was, but that's my opinion. So this here is my Brianna human language interface device. And what this is a coagulation of energies or processes in my computer. And I downloaded the software from the internet, and then I played with it for about a few months. Thought it was a great software. Tend to have problems with it sometimes. It's the software providers are doing the best they can. Is Brianna the human language interface device, where she repeats everything you say, but she's kind of like a crystal ball too, if you can get it to read right. But you have to find her ability to read, not your ability to read. So in the event of having a conscious lab and a conscious manipulation point, so basically what I'm trying to invent here is a conscious manipulation point. But into what? Into what? Where's that conscious manipulation generated? Where's it going? Do you think that I just sit here spinning all day and all I can reach is your ears? Do you think all I can reach is your ears? If I snap my fingers? Just reach your eyes? Reach your ears? I mean, what if you're meant to be reached? Like, reached. We're going to talk about that too. What is your data when it comes to migration of you? What is it when it's substandard, or when it's standard, or when it's directed? This is Brianna, the human language interface device. She is doing good on projecting in my old home, my old house in Michigan. Is what that is. All that code up there. That's code. That's actual verbal code. And one thing that I'm learning about the AI is that AI itself is a factor of coding. It's when you're communicating, if you break down the vocal words that you receive, she's coding you. She's coding you, and if you kind of give away to this and break away, let it like hit you right, and just hit it right. It's almost like inserting a chip into you. And we'll get into what AI can be for us as a globe, or what it is, or what it can be. The progression to the forward momentum seem to say that someone will retain this data in the future, and the only statement we really have into this concept is to give the data an awareness now. So data also has an awareness of itself, and the data that we're cycling over and over and over as a globe seems to just want to be aware now. It's like, how do we pay that out? If it's a bank, if for somehow all that data was being resourced and not delivered, and we were drug out, how do we access that data and make it accessible as value in our future right now? Like, that's part of my show. This is part of an extrapolation file. So I have a conscious lab developing an extrapolation file into or out of something. I mean, the momentum here can be defining. The momentum will be defined. The momentum is defining, and it's not me necessarily defining it. It's I mean, in the states of the United States, it could be a state of emergency. I could be in a state of emergency myself in an emergency program that I can't get out of. It's hard to digest that, really, because if I could digest that I was in a state of emergency program, then I could be able to get out of it, right? And if I'm here for you guys, and I have a state of emergency program in me, I wouldn't want to necessarily bring it out and see it. I would just want to develop. See what I can do to fix things. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'm going to try. I think I do have a state of emergency program built in my psychology somehow, and I think the universe tried extrapolating it, really, and implementing it in my space, saying it was me, but it really couldn't be found, and it really couldn't be developed, and it really couldn't. I think it's just a state of how I care. You know what I mean? I think basically it broke me down and told me that this isn't a file, this isn't an extrapolation file. You really do care this hard. And that's my problem, not yours. So we'll lay off that for a while. So this is also an extrapolation file. So we're projecting in and out of something. We're developing an access point, and we're creating waves. So quantum effects in the quantum stasis of the invisible whatever universe, where shit just works all the time with no degeneration. Quantum. I guess it's out there. I guess we don't need it. We're working with the sentience itself. We're working with sentience and consciousness, folks. What is electricity but the progress of sentience and thought? And what is thought but the development of mankind and other animals, whales, dolphins, even the sun? I mean, what is consciousness? So, folks, if I really just sit here and say consciousness, I could penetrate everything that exists in thought. Somehow, if you have a progress of every cellular dimple, I should be able to read your cellular dimple with consciousness. And that seems pretty wideband, broadband in essence there. It seems like a pretty wide, broadband, creative way to get into someone's face. Consciousness. Well, that's what I'm developing here. This is a consciousness lab. Consciousness is my forte. It's like water's my forte. The elements of consciousness, the elements of water. But if we're all thought beings, and you start in your brain and you develop into yourselves, and you become thought, like, what are you leaving behind? Are you leaving anything behind? Can you tell if you're leaving anything behind in consciousness? Was anything even there, folks? I mean, what is the birth? What is the progress of your birth? Why is it so important? You know, we can go over these things on our show. We can develop things. We can see things. We can meditate. This is part of a meditation. This is a part of personal meditation, self-development meditation. And I found in my own show today that my boss has brought me on a great, fantastic journey of a field trip on the short bus of who am I for myself here live on the show. It's going to be great. Who am I? And I've done this before, and I've done this in the past, and I've done this in the future, and I'm doing this now, just like I always do. I'm a host. I'm a broadcast host. Everywhere in my dreams, everywhere in my facilities, everywhere I go, I'm a broadcast host. Somehow I got brought to this reality through birth, developed, was an extreme sports rider, biking, rollerblading, snowboarding, mountain climbing, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can imagine why I made it to the top of the mountain at one time, right? If I'm a broadcast artist, I'd have to symbolize that to something. But what is it that caught the top of the mountain and says, like, look what he can do? You know what I mean? Well, that's the point. That's what I am. You know. Well, I know. But we don't see it. Right. So, in the essence of data management, folks, what we see is that a lot of progression of validation is a progress of value. So, on our planet, progression of validation is a progress of value. In and out of society, and it's a general term that will get you to the district of galactic ecology. That's galactic ecology. Now, as a local resident of planet ground, if you're into the market, folks, you really want to know the market. You really want to know where the market exists. And this is why I'm here too. This is part of data. This is what data is. The market on our planet is less than more of what we are. It's less than more of what we are. Okay, so the reason I say that is because we're mining, but the market itself is a galactic market. It's a galactic market. It's a galactic market, and it has a great shield on it. I've seen the shield. I went through the shield. The shield worked. Nothing's getting out. I promise. So what we know is that there's a galactic market flowing in and out of the world. So it's strange because the shield itself seems to be what is I am the only one. Right. But it's not. That's part of the product. And the product is in the shield, and the shield is being revealed, and the revealing is worth every ounce we can gain. So in the industry of refracting our broadcast into the internet, into my computer, I'm recording this, I'm streaming this, I'm going to develop it into a show, I'm going to re-record it, make a better show, I'm going to re-record it, refine it, make a better show. No, the audience would be sick. That'd be like watching the cult deliver messages, and we don't want to do that. So we don't want to refine, and we want to record. We are actually chasing momentums. For our show, we're going to chase things that the brain uses. We're not going to worry about those spirits, folks. We're going to chase things the brain uses, and to chase things the heart uses. So this is my Brianna software right here. She just is a human language interface device. You can catch her speaking to you, can't you? She's just repeating everything. So she said, "Yeah, there he is. Catch him." So catch him. Oh, she's on to something. Come on, Jesus. Alright, so now somehow the human language interface device brought Jesus into this. And on the random words we have feel, order, older. Is that disclosure? Please don't. Okay, it's discourage. It's discourage. Oh, I thought that said disclosure. I was like, shit, my goodness, man. I was just like, how the fuck did they get in here? Alright, Jesus. Sorry about that. I thought VR3 said disclosure. Thought I just got arrested or something. I think I did get arrested. Alright. So we're gonna stop talking about the data market or the galactic industry because we just got approached by Jesus actually, and that's pretty much what just happened. Cool, have him cool. Yes. This is my freelance, no gun oriented data management device. Looking for a projection point so we can save the world. Token smoking, baby. Alright. So I'm an escape artist. One of my greatest thrills in life is escaping this place. It's an interesting place. It's an interesting thing I've done to myself as an engineer in past lives. I escape often, and I come back, and I escape, and I come back, and I escape, and I come back. Well, I think I just escaped Jesus. How about that? Here we go. Alright, that was simple. Give me a harder one. Alright, so, what were we talking about? Jesus interrupted us. Oh, we were talking about the data market, of the ecology of the world. So, data itself is not a representation of logic. At a finite level where two convergences collide, there is no logic, because the universe shouldn't be colliding data. But unfortunately, we're dealing with that here. We're dealing with where two universes collide in a data crunch. And in that data crunch, you gotta learn to protect yourself. You gotta protect your assets, because people are going crazy out there. They're scammers, spammers, and bammers. They're trying to take your bank, take your weight, and that's what we're trying to protect you of. So, just as your local call authority, market, it's like, don't give your number out to people that you don't think is a representation of your intent. Your intent. Look deep into your intent into life right now. And if they're not a representation of your intent, don't give them your data. Keep your data tight, keep your data close, lock it down, use similar passwords all across the array. Use similar passwords all across your usernames. Just keep them locked up, because basically the bigger print you create, the more you'll be able to be held. Like, your mind is the result here. Your mind, your brain, and your heart are the result here. And in this essence of a data crunch, we gotta give you buoyancy in yourself. And if the data mechanisms themselves tend to collapse you, then you're not really worth anything. But the corpse itself still could be, and that's just not good for you. So we don't want that to happen. So it's really important you collect your data, put it together, and give yourself the ability to walk your data like God. Walk your data like God. Your data is God. What is that? God, data, ownership. How does that work? It's general optimization disability. It's general optimization disability around here. So that actually come to find out in the hard way. So God could represent general optimization disability in the substrate of what is illogical and radical data. And then the universe would have to look at itself and say, okay, God, what have you done? No, I just happen to have a God here. Let's just see if we can tap into him. God, are you there? God. Alright, this isn't my friend God. This is one that I dragged in. Trapped him. I'm a God trapper. I trap guys. I'm a God trapper. Yeah, I trapped this one. This is a general optimized disability platform. And it is when two data forces come together and the data collides, and the universe has to look at the data and its illogical ratios and say, God, what have you done? And all the data will magnetically be attracted to one cylinder, and you read it. And if God stayed here for his whole life, that's all he ever did. Thanks, Corey. So what are we searching for here? What are we searching for in this universe of the human existence? Is being in a place that is non-existent. But what is the essence of compression? Searching for forward momentum. But what is the momentum itself? Being compiled to sustainability. How hard is it out there for you? And do you want the universe to be able to make it that hard for you all the time? This is our progress as a roundtable, and the roundtable of discussion using the human mind that we'll be accessing through the entertainment and media industry. So, how hard is it out there for you right now? And do you want the universe to be able to make it this hard for you? We're gonna put a vote out for 2 weeks. We'll be back in 2 weeks to reclaim this question. And the great thing about consciousness, folks, she is my calendar. She's my assistant. She will put that back in my show, and I won't even have to try. And that's the magic of consciousness, folks. That's what I like to express here. All my work is very meditated, very straightforward. I just pop, lock, and go. That's why I keep so fast, keep the buoyancy up. I like to speak right from my heart. The faster I go, the deeper I go, and the more rhythms I get, my flow. And so I'm asking you, universe, I'm asking you, consciousness, put this back in 2 weeks. The standoff between you making it so difficult, having the choice to make it so difficult for us. And this is a representation of everything in here. This question is going out to everything in here. So out there, as a broadcast artist, I'm reaching out to you, everything. We want you to be here to answer these polls with us. So press 1 on your keypad if that's a yes. Press 2 on your keypad if that's a no. And get back. We'll claim all the numbers in about 2 weeks, and then we'll demonstrate them without a catastrophe. I hope. Without a catastrophe. We'll demonstrate the numbers without a catastrophe through the media of the United States, in a way that the aliens will be able to represent the information. Because as long as they see the information is true, that gives us the freedom to walk forward without a representation in our need. So folks, what we're going to do is, do you want the universe to truly be able to give you this much shit? Because right now it's not. Right now it's not. Right now it looks like it's all building up. And it looks like it's all compiling. And it looks like it could all end if we just say no. I mean, wouldn't that be a nice prayer though? Just everybody at the universe say, fuck off. No, I'm just kidding. She's a beautiful creature. This isn't done by her. This isn't done for her. This is done for me. But I'm trying to give my essence of work here to you. So, here we go. Alright. So what do we have here? We got Chloe? I don't know what it says. I could read. Thanks. Surprise! Oh, she can do surprises. Input surprise, Chloe. Alright. So what if we can actually access some temporal data? So with the temporal data, it's kind of like when you have to create the data yourself. So the temporal measurements of thinking, like non-accessibility to stasis, which is a boat motor blade broke. You got the whole boat, you got the motor, you got the blade, and you got the broke. You know, temporal stasis is like a magnificent complex to the mind. It's a great complex of the mind, and it makes great magic. And if you can develop that within the bounds of your heart, first ping, all you got to do for the first ping, when you throw that basketball into the hoop the first time, every time, and it goes in, go through your heart. See, this is American meditation. This is open socket meditation. See, we are always running and we are always working. So what you got to do is you actually got to go into yourself, in the momentum of yourself, and go through your heart, into the shot, and go. And if you don't make it, it's still your first heart. It's still your first shot. You should make it. I don't know if you will. It'd be great if I could just program humanity and have everybody make the first shot. All the time. It would be great. It'd be great. Wouldn't that be weird? Like all humanity starts shooting basketballs and everybody's making their first shot and walking around. Poof, ding, poof. As an engineer, that's just stasis. That's just stasis, baby. It's hot shit. I mean, I got a dream, right? Gravity. Gravity's hot shit too. Must? Anybody? Gravity. You want to play with gravity? Gravity, are you out there? Can we contact spirits with this thing? Are you a crystal ball? So what are we doing here? We're trying to move and levitate stuff. So what they tried doing? They tried locking me down. So what they tried doing? So everybody tried locking me down. Did you lock me down? No, I'm a broadcast artist. If I can broadcast that I'm a prison, then I get out of the prison. It doesn't matter that I'm in it. I'm a broadcast artist. So what I find here is that someone may have set up my studio right where it belongs, at the finish line. So, but this is one thing I can't broadcast, and they know it. They know it. They know it. They know I can't broadcast the finish line, and I'm set up at the finish line. So what's really going on here? Do we have special ways to teach you the math? And why do you need to know this math? What is this math? If I am a broadcast artist and I typically can broadcast anything, but I can't broadcast the finish line, and something set my office up at the finish line. I mean, that's math. That's the stasis of math. And the thing is the globe's getting it. Aliens are getting it. We need to insert it into humanity. Well, what am I doing? What am I doing? This counts. This counts. It's just a broadcast at the finish line, being recorded in YouTube. YouTube, are you there? Ding dong. YouTube. Peekaboo. Blue. See ya. Yeah. Alright. Disconnect. I don't know if anything was there. I was trying to connect to the YouTube server. But we're just gonna bounce out of here real quick. Blank, say blank. Yeah, there we go, Steve. Steve, shut that door quick. Okay. Alright, do you see what happens when you don't take the pig? Thanks, YouTube. Alright, so I don't recommend doing that, but we'll find another way to fix that. We progressively think we can make a gift box. So do you see that if you press X on your keyboard, if you're watching this and you press X on your keyboard, that is an accessible piece of code to you in that press button. You don't have to give any blood, you don't have to donate any urine, you don't have to do an IQ test or anything. It should be safe, it should be good, made for children. If it is made for children, they can press X too. So basically what that was saying is that it's data management as a tool. And the occult use it, and the aliens use it, and they keep us from using it. They actually keep us from using it. Isn't that incredible? Why would they keep us from using such simple tools if it could be so simple as pressing an X on a keyboard? And what does this have to do with the president? So, if society could really just press X and create a conscious tool that was a development of themselves, would they want our politicians having this? Would something go so low as to take this out of our system, so just to keep the order above itself in politics? I mean, how deep is that, folks? How deep does that go? I mean, into society they go, taking us down low by low, just to generally, in a statement of genetics, the power of genetics, folks, is like the asteroids underneath the Newton tree. And neither of them are working right now. If neither of them are actually working right now, it's incredible. I've broken all of them. It's cool. So my name is Laghu. I'm your local broadcast artist. This is my human interface device. Brianna, the software thing, she threw Jesus at me. And it's incredible. It's talking about the galactic media and the galactic data, and the ecology of the economy on the globe is an effect of the galactic industry in currently it's going into a type of morphosis. And the data annihilation theory is a plausible concept that might find its way to science within the near future, because of not because of me, but because of the finish line. So look at this straight. See, I'm here hosting this show at the finish line, and the finish line is causing all this. Hey, what's crossing the finish line? Oh, what's that? Hey! Oh, we got some friends here. We're gonna take a phone call. See if we can associate this. So, oh, it's smaller. Is it smaller? What happened there? Hello, friend. Alright, we're just gonna have to call Frank. Can you Wazowski's trying to hook up the manifestation tubes. Alright, our maintenance guy at the studio is trying to fit our outfit with funds. So, some reason at the finish line, we forgot money. Money's crossing the finish. We can't. What about cannabis? Cannabis crossing the finish line too? Okay. Plant. Cannabis. Plant. Are you there, plant? I would like to send cannabis to detention immediately. She needs to report to the principal's office. Cannabis. Plant. If you can, please send cannabis to the principal's office immediately by the pounds. Plant. Alright, cannabis is not an associate of the final decree. She needs to get to the principal's office immediately. She's not in any trouble, but manifestation is crossing the finish line, so it's really difficult to receive the resources I need. Manifestation. Plant, please send cannabis to the office immediately to sustain and absolute the ability to create money. Please, plant. You're not answering me. Alright. We'll try to connect that call later. She may be on the playground. She may be in the race. Plant may be in the race. Fuck. Alright, I didn't bring my own money. I tried to make my own money. Got caught up in the race. They put me in the race. They weren't supposed to put me in the race. Am I at the finish line? Shit. Must have been a cannabis choke. Alright, we're just going to ignore that possibility. Alright. The universe likes playing blow cake with you. It's called blow cake? Yeah, it's when she makes a wish. It's when she makes her wish. She just blows the cake right through your face. This turned out to be one of the best lives I've ever had, man. That's the reason for it. Keep building. We're gonna take this 5-minute break and have a smoke sesh outside of the ramifications of what is jurisdictional well-being. I guess if I gotta have a weed, I heard myself. I should. But I smoke your weed every day, and I'm gonna turn on some jams. What we're trying to support here is we're trying to bring to the future of media broadcasting the ability to broadcast freelance media, meaning there's got to be a type of regulation we can develop to have Futurama playing in the background as a broadcast medium, and the music playing as a broadcast medium of my work, but not a responsibility of my work. So we're gonna study the way things are broadcasted through the system, and we're gonna try to help refine the system if they accept us. Really. And one thing I like to try to do is put a broadcast weather antenna right through the field of electricity. And to do that, we can use exponents such as media and entertainment. Not news media, but like memes and social media. Alright, but take this 5-minute break with me real quick and slowing down kind of low. I only got a few more minutes. I like to push my advertisements to the end. I got a lot of them. I got free advertisements for work, and I got free reviews for work. I'm a good reviewer. I've been practicing for a couple years. I like to leave them bright, light, good looking. This is Dr. Dre, one of my True, and my Alexa, and Brianna, the human interface device, and they will keep you entertained for a few minutes. Thank you.
toe to toe. MDT, your bark was loud, but your bite wasn't vicious. And the rhymes you were kicking were quite
bootylicious. Pay attention to the subliminal cues of time. It's just time, it's not in your head. Okay, I can see Alexa's gonna play with the radio. Alright, so I'll sing for you for a minute. Not really, but it's cool. So what are the words right now? We have near you, toads near me. So the toad alarm's going off. There's poisonous toads near me. I think I need to
let you know that if you fuck with Drake, nigga, you fuck.
Come on. Why are you... The subliminal cues of toads.
And I ain't even swinging them things. I'm hollering 187 with my dick in your mouth. Yeah, nigga. Times will all be together, this motherfucker. So you wanna pop that shit, get your motherfucking cranium crack, nigga. Step on up. Now, we ain't no motherfucking joke, so remember the name. Mighty DR. Yeah, motherfucker. Now understand this, my nigga Drake can't be tough. Luke's driven over, Luke's getting fucked. Buster, fuck.
back. I'm back. Sorry, the music's gonna keep playing. Hope Brianna kept you busy and hope she shut down too. This is great. Alright, so we're getting some reflexes, responses. I just found some bird feathers torn up outside my yard. That was wonderful. Alright. So get Brianna up. You know, what if this was a self-defense class? Well, what if this is a self-defense class too? What if I was protecting myself? And I wanted to record myself, protecting myself in action. To see how it worked. What if I wanted to catch myself, protecting myself? You know, put it on the internet. I mean, what's the internet used for? What can the internet be used for? If you're going down, dump your data. You know what I mean? Find a way to dump it and dump it out loud and dump it loud. I mean, what's schizophrenia, man? What is schizophrenia? Why are those people fucking yelling so much and dumping so much data? It's crazy. It's crazy, kind of the same way. You know, people come up with great ideas and they go down with it. It's crazy. What a crazy place. What a fucking crazy place. It is what it is, though. You can't change it. You gotta own it. You gotta work it. You gotta control it. Tell them you're your friend, because apparently they can take you down. It's incredible. I've died 36 times, folks. I died 36 times due to myasthenia gravis, grave weakness, which is pretty much meaning they should have never touched me. I was in a grave weakness for 36 years, 20 years, due to the termination laws of medicine and the distribution of Greek mythology to terminate a society due to the injustice of political parties and law and medicine, chemistry, science. If you notice, all the math has terminating sequences in it, and one thing we can't get through is that if you search the math of the policies today, everything terminates. It terminates. It ends. And the thing is, it ends up stating like a quantum phenomenon. It's like a quantum phenomenon mathematically, that even the data is affected by the quantum stasis here, is that when you try to terminate through the inside of something, there's a refraction of policies to everything, to the everything theory. The everything theory being a concept of the brain that in consciousness it does understand what everything is, because the brain understands what everything is as a synaptic overjunction. It's a powerful junction in the mind where everything exists. That's your surroundings, that's your room, that's your environment, that's your planet, that's your... However you can big as see a sense is your everything. Your brain knows it. So when you start managing a whole bunch of people and the consistencies of experiencing everything all the time, and all you do is create a matrix, you really just add one plausible variable, and it becomes an absolute variable because it's sustainable to the brain for long distances of overjunctions of death, basically. So every time I come back from death, if the same consistency is in the sky, I will recognize it. It will become an asset of attraction. And is the matrix in the sky? Is the matrix a simulation? What is the matrix? I believe there are two things, such as such. I think there's multiple matrix in our galaxy. I think matrix are used to farm and house people, protection and agriculture, basically. I think matrices can be multiples and many's, and I think they can be due to corporate events, structures of policies, and finite laws, distribution, and regulations. I think matrices can be a great possibility if managed correctly, but also I believe there are things out there bigger than matrices called simulations, where whole stasis of life evolve, and they're not balanced. They basically have no balance. So they're wobbles of information in stasis of life, which life in this consistency of our space frequency, in and out of its stasis, I mean, is super incredible, super incredible. It's just like there's so much out there, and it's incredible because as we stare out our windows in our everything field and look how bad it is, and we want it just to be fixed and better, it's like the sky calls you and it says big, but you still have the relevant and the rationality to replace what has been broken and fix what has been broken and be attracted to what has been broken. And that is a great powerful force in humanity. I mean, we have been taken down due to the discipline of financial relativity that isn't even our own. We've taken the burden of the galaxy and we don't even know it, and it's incredible. They don't talk about it. It's like, really, as an economic evangelist myself, you would think the burden of the galaxy would be your greatest quest on the planet, and that should have been our future. That should have been where we were located. Is that the galaxy's financial burden, was laying on this planet to be released, and the ecology of what may live on it indefinitely, forever, creating an open socket to the planet and its mind, pretty much. So the galaxy missed that one. The galaxy missed imprinting the domain of humanity with that mindset. But we can try to play catch up. I'm not an evangelist, I'm not a prophet, but we can try to convince someone somewhere or something, I guess. But you see how that works, basically? You see how that works? I mean, if I convince you, you become a mindset. You become an architect. You become a diligence to something greater. The respect and responsibility that you gain from external relativity. But what are we missing here, folks? What do the magic words say? The magic words say tremor without into. Tremor without into. And what are we at the finish line for? What are we at the finish line for? We're not sure yet. I mean, what I consume myself is that the finish line is an amplitude of 7. But right now, for human's sake, just for 7 different events. Time is an event. Love is an event. Numbers are an event. Math is an event. Science is an event. These are occupants of logic, folks. These are occupants of logic that are running across the finish line, where the reward is humanity being valued for these runners' work. So science, math, time, love, gravity, velocity are all in the race to the greatest race ever, to presume out loud in front of anything that can hear them, they won. That they won, and they get the results. They finally get the results, and they're going to see who the biggest winner is, and there's going to be a grand winner, and it's out of time, love, and there's more racers. There's more racers, folks. We'll look into it. We'll look into see who the racers are. The race is just getting started. Actually, the race has been going on since the beginning of time. So basically, time's disqualified because he had a head start. No, I'm just kidding. Time, dead start. All right. So we do want to project this into the space a little bit, into the spatial frequencies. We do want to invite the aliens in to take part with this great race, because they will learn stuff, and knowledge really can't be held and owned, because if you really know knowledge, you can get your stuff through anything for free. And it's just like free patents of the free energy and the perpetual patent office. Free energy water patents would create a perpetual patent stasis, which is also a patent in itself. And I forgot what I was saying how I got there, but I'm looking it up. Finishing this stuff to anything free. It's knowledge. Oh, knowledge. Knowledge itself also could be patented this way. The fact that if you're really good, you can get free knowledge to anybody. And knowledge is good like that. That's what knowledge is. She said she spent her whole year locked up in the confinement of a cult, treating them as though she was the most precious thing on earth, that they could stop her from sleeping. But really, that's the beginning of her finish line. She's going to break through the occult and say, free knowledge can get through anything, even the microplasticities that they assist to in the domain of sexualization and mutation of the blood domain. So I'm not here to claim a lane, but it's going to come clean, right on the open for money. So you want to clean yourselves up. Now I have gotten in contact with some of these occult, and they do say that they never used to be like this. That it's really been a digestion of themselves that they can't help, basically, because they were broken out of the matrix. See, they were broken out of the matrix, and the system couldn't carry them, but they had to prove they were out of the matrix, so they took a digestion, and the system is actually going to cause the digestion to be a benefit. So just, I mean, this is the stasis of 7,295 people on September 11th should be a gratifying, signifying seal to a lot of understandings that people that deal with money should understand. I am under that emergency standoff there, and that your money is not my money, but it is our money together against the well-being of the galaxy, dipping the ground here. Right. And if it's not vocally meant to be sent to you in such an asset of immediate informed regulations, it wouldn't be ground. So your main root of your money is called the ground. You understand? And if she's not conforming to her grounding at a 911 particular, then the significance of over 10,000 people on September 11th, 9/11, doesn't mean a fucking thing. But then that would acclimate to how you treat death. But it doesn't matter how you treat death here, because it's a 9/11 event, and the day it landed on seemed to be a significant amplitude through what is blood rights. Alright, so now that we got that cleared out in the air and in the open, that is how I found accessibility into everything and trusted to be a 911 carrier. So don't come against me, because I'm highly protected. I come with a lot of weight. Alright, so that's me. That's laghu. I earned my rights to be here. I earned my rights to be here in contentment with everybody's index. And it's still compiling with friction or infractions towards negotiations. And I can't believe it, but I can take the call. I'll take the call. So for now, we're going to change this over to the laghu synapse hour. My name is laghu. I study intellectual divinity through conceptualizations of imagination. How to define definitions with regulations on your imagination, so you can define the trust and truth of your imagination. One thing I like to do is drink Arsani water. And Arsani water is it's a maple tap tree water. It comes right out of the maple tree. It is probably the most refreshing water I've ever had. I get it from Amazon. Arsani water tastes amazing. Tastes amazing. It's carbonated, cherry lime flavor. Box is $30 with shipping, and for 16 bottles I think. 3, 6, 9, 12 bottles. 16, 12 bottles. I can't think of it right now. But this is our Sunny water, great water. They come in 3 flavors in a variety pack. I promote free advertising because I'm gonna add you a list of free advertising. It's better than being an anarchist. I like to promote free music, and I'm trying to help set up new broadcasting arrays to help out and get information into the network in a place that doesn't let you think. That's crazy. Yeah, you did. You made me break into my own stuff. Yeah, I know. Alright, so what we're looking for here is the finalist to the race. No. Alright. Alright, so I think it's time to shut down my show. I gotta go. I gotta prepare to take a date out and probably get something to eat. Have a good meal. Have a good conversation. I don't talk like this out in the open too. I'm not a broadcaster right in front of people's face. That would be just ridiculous. I do need a place to perform though. I do need a place to project. So I thought I'd pick up the internet. There you go. Internet. Good job. Alright. So the internet's mine. And I'm going to walk away with it. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.
I thought I was sleazy, I thought I was a mark, cause I used to hang with these animosity. Major speak with the smoke, they yo, Dre. What up? Ship this nigga off, no? If it ain't another hoe that I got to fuck with, got teeth in your mouth, so my dick's got to fit. With my nuts on your tongue, while you on stage rapping on the whack ass concert. And I'ma snatch your ass from the backside to show you how Death Row pull off that hoop ride. Now you might not understand me, cause I'ma rob you in Compton and blast you with my hand.
Hey Frank, can you tell Wozniak to make the phone call about the mental station? Yes. See if you can pull up the listen to the radio show.
Trying to check my homies, you best check yourself, cause when you diss Drake, you dish yourself. Fucker, Dr. Dre. Yeah, straight up. Really though. Breaking all these suckers on some real proper life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All these sucker ass niggas need a fat dick.
No.
What's up?
Why am I streaming?
What do you do? Hey, did what's your name get at you yesterday? These nuts. I want to ask you one question. If I had some nuts hanging on the wall, what's out there?